Alright, so I had a comment on the page the other day, somebody asking for an update on the air layering of the paperbark maples. So here they are behind me. Let's walk over here and show you the couple examples we have and show you what kind of results we had. Alright, so I'm going to show you the one example here that just kind of shines how they all turned out. So this one limb here that's nice and straight coming out, I don't know if you'd quite be able to see, but if you look right here, you can see all the kind of roughness and damage right here. This is where I actually tried to air layer this tree. And I did let this go an extra 3 to 4, it was I'd say about an extra 4 weeks from what they recommend to try to do on an air layering. So this was 3 months. When I actually took this off hoping to see roots, all this tree had done was actually healed itself. And every single one that I tried to air layer, I had over a dozen by the time I was all done, every one of these trees just healed themselves instead of actually growing roots. So I didn't really have any good results with the air layering, but let's head down to the greenhouse and try to show you the results I have from trying to do the seeds. Alright, so here we are coming into the greenhouse. I've been trying to kind of keep these in the shade in here. So what I did in this front tote that's closest to us here, I tried to actually run the seeds through here. I come down here and open this up, kind of get things going here throughout the week. As you can tell from the look inside here though, I am striking out. I might have one coming up here. I'll have to kind of check it, but so I have 3 rows that I actually did winterize these in the refrigerator. And then these 3 rows of seeds were ones that I actually just kind of did out in nature. I just left them out in the shop in a dark, cool area. So you can see, even when trying to grow from seed, I'm striking out on these paperbark maples. Man, they are a hard tree to get to regrow. I'll take you outside here and kind of show you what we have on the results outside as well. All right, so here we are just outside the greenhouse. So this is where all the trees last year, anything that did actually have some roots, I transplanted outside, kind of give it some sunshine and try to kind of get things growing. So you can see I had one paperbark maple that I was able to at least start to get some leaves on it that was coming this year. The roots didn't look really well, and you can see here this tree didn't make it. And all the other trimmings that I took, that I tried all the air layering with, not a single one of those paperbark maples actually did take. So really right now I am completely striking out on the paperbark maples. I have not got a single one, not one of those trees to grow from air layering, trimmings, or from seed. So they're just turning out to be a pretty difficult tree to actually get those to grow. The few things that I did actually have some success with, and I'm really not quite sure what they're called, was these red bushes that are kind of growing over by the house. So all the trimmings from here are coming up. These 2 here are from a desert fig. So those are 2 trimmings that came from last season. These ones, which are just coming out just amazing, these are actually from an Alaska pine that we have in the front yard. So I took those clippings. So you can see on the Alaska pine, I got 2 that are just thriving, but I've got 4 of them here, you can tell from here, that don't look like they're quite gonna make it. I'm just gonna keep trying to limp them along. I keep coming out here and I water these about twice a week. I move them around depending on if it's real hot or not, and kind of see how things go. So pretty happy with the success on some of the other stuff that I have, but as far as the paperbark maples go, I am completely striking out. But let me head you to the greenhouse here and actually show you some of the other stuff I'm actually having some success with. So these here are off of our grapevines back behind the house, and I wish I could remember, but I can't remember what type of grapes these are. But you can see these have just completely shot up. When I actually put these in, you can see these little sticks here. This is what they were like when I took the trimming. So they're probably about 5 or 6 inches long when I started with them. And I had 2 of them die, so unfortunately those ones didn't make it. But I have had 5 other ones just thrive and just really explode. So this one you can see here, this plant's really starting to grab on and come up. The second one here, this tree is probably 2.5 feet tall. So that grapevine has really come up nice. This one's coming up really well. There's a couple of them that I've actually moved to some other potters over here. This one's kind of struggling. You can see it looks like it got a little hot the other day, so the end of these leaves are getting a little burned. And then that one over there is another grapevine. So I did have some success with the grapevine, so it's not a total loss. So I would say last year, from taking trimmings and my air layering, with everything other than the paperbark maples, I'm at about a 75% success. The paperbark maples so far, I am striking out completely. I have not got a single one to grow, so I'm gonna have to kind of rethink how I'm doing things with those. Alright, so there's the update on the air layering on the paperbark maples and everything else I tried here around the farm from 2019. The paperbark maples are a complete bust. I didn't get air layering to go, I didn't get seeds to go, I didn't try getting them coming off the actual trimmings. Not a single one is actually showing success, so I'm going to have to kind of rethink my tactics on that. I did talk to the local arborist and kind of ran some stuff by her. She doesn't have any experience with that particular tree, so she's going to do some research, and hopefully we can come up with something together that we can make this work out for us so I can start getting some of these other paperbark maples growing. I appreciate the comment. You know, I do get a lot of projects, and life just brings some craziness, so sometimes I forget to do follow-up videos, so hey, I appreciate the comment on that. It does kind of help get me refocused on things. So, well, I hope you find that helpful. If you have any other questions, please throw them in the comment section. Again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you around.